Happy New Year, Lifehouse Church. It is 2024, and we are excited for all that God has for us this next year. I thought I'd start this year off, but for us as a church, by just reading Psalms 77, verses 11 through 13. And here's what it says. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all your mighty deeds. I love verse 13. Your ways, God, are holy. What God is as great as our God? And as we move into this new year, it is good. It is to stop and pause and remember all that God has done in our lives. We've done in our lives. We've done in our life in this past year, our past 6 months, past few weeks. God is good. And God is on the move, and He's doing good things in and through you and us as a church. As I think back to my own life this past year, I'm so grateful. I just see God's faithfulness and God's goodness just scattered throughout my life this past year. What about you? How have you seen God at work in your life this past year? How have you seen God do things in you and through that you might not even have imagined? But God is at work. How good, or what God is as great as our God. And as we move into this next year, I just want to just share some things that are coming up in the life of our church. So even now, I encourage you to start praying for and just even consider how you might get involved. We have great things, and as we've been working and talking about our vision and mission as a church over this next year. One of the words you're going to hear a lot through this year, it actually comes from our elders. It's this word, irresistible. What does it look like for Lifehouse Church to be an irresistible church? That our faith is so on fire for God, that our faith is so irresistible, that God is doing incredible things. That people from the outside would see all the things that God's doing here, and they would long to come be a part of it. What it'll look like to have irresistible mentoring relationships, where we get to learn and pass our wisdom on to others, and others are investing into our lives, helping us grow in our faith and make a difference in our lives. What does it look like to have irresistible family ministries where our kids and our students are growing in their faith, that parents are being equipped to help them through every phase of parenting they're walking through? What does it look like to have an irresistible campus, that our campus would be a tool to help reach the people for the gospel, to be a tool to help us do ministry well? We've been talking about this idea of irresistible for the last few weeks, the last few months, and really the last few years. But really want to focus on it in this new year. And so as we've talked, and there's some PDFs here if you need a refresher or maybe you're new to Lifehouse, of what does it mean, this irresistible initiative that we will be launching at the end of this month. The idea would be to help us raise $1 million over the next 3 years to help us start the process of creating an irresistible campus. Those family ministries, those mentor relationships, irresistible faith is something we will always be working on and talking about. But how do we really focus in and zoom in on having an irresistible campus? So if you don't know about that or not sure, I encourage you to look at the PDFs on the bottom of this page, or go to the website go to the Irresistible website on our website, and you can learn more. But what we're going to do in January, on January 24th, we're going to offer 2 meetings. One at 9:30 to 11, and then one at 7 to 8:15. And then just a chance, if you have questions or want to know more, if you're not unsure, or you have things you've heard but not sure what's true about those things, we're going to host 2 irresistible kind of Q&A meetings, just to kind of help answer some questions as we move into this initiative later this month. So I encourage you, if you have questions or unsure or just want to know more, I encourage you to mark your calendars for either one of those dates to come be a part of that. Then on January 28th, we're actually going to launch this irresistible campaign, this initiative, to help us really focus in on what does it mean for us to be an irresistible church. That night at 6 o'clock, we are going to host a worship and prayer night. So you're going to mark your calendar. That's going to be an awesome night where we're going to pray and seek God together as a church. A few other dates I want you to know about coming up so you can mark your calendars is on February 4th at 12:15 following our second service. It's our annual business meeting. That's a chance where we'll review our budget, we'll share stories where God's leading us and guiding us, voting on new elders. And so you want to be a part of that as a church. Then on February 25th, if you are part of Lifehouse team and serving or giving, we have an event for you called our VIP luncheon. And so it's going to be an awesome opportunity to celebrate and to say thank you for all of you who are giving towards the mission of the church and serving and making a difference in people's lives. So if that's you, and we invite you to be part of that now. If you aren't in those areas, get involved in serving or get involved in giving, and we invite you to be part of that lunch, our VIP luncheon and stuff. So lots of great things. That's a few of the many great things we have coming up over the next few months. But we're really excited as we move into this irresistible initiative. We will make sure we give you all that, we answer all the questions you have. And so, but I encourage you now, even to start thinking and praying and considering, God, what are you doing in the life of our church? And how can we all be a part of being part of a church that is irresistible? Hey, Lifehouse Church, Happy New Year. And remember, your ways, God, are holy. What God is as great as our God?